I feel like I need to first talk about the secret layer situation before I pop these open. A long time ago, when the Fallout ones kind of came out and they changed the model, I think it was the Fallout ones, right? They changed the model over to they're already printed and there's only so many quantities available. And then they were available for like 8 hours, which frankly, in the whole limited thing, felt like it was a lot of time. And so I didn't see a problem with it. It felt fine to me, right? It just in the whole world of limited things, that felt like, okay, yeah, that's not horrible, and we get them like really quickly. Okay, all right. Then they went into the Hatsune Miku ones, which I didn't buy those. I don't care at all. I don't even care if they have decent resale value. I don't want them. Okay, well, the first one went a little faster, right? And the second one went a little faster. Okay, well, that's interesting. Because it's either Hatsune Miku was more popular than Fallout, or people realized that these things are going to sell out, so you might want to get them, which created more intensity around placing the order. That's possible. Or scalpers went harder. Or a combination of all of the above, which is probably the case, right? It's probably the case. But then we get to Monty Python. And let's face facts here. A lot of Magic players who played Magic when the game came out are from a generation or are just outside the generation who kind of like had Monty Python as a kid. So now you're releasing an IP where, frankly, the material also kind of like weirdly fits too. That there's a lot of people that were kind of super excited about it. Now, if you had done any kind of market research beforehand, you should have known that the second you showed us Monty Python layers that completely fit the theme or completely fit the nostalgia, you should have known that these are going to be popular. We got to have plenty of them. Which also leads me into another thing. These sold out really fast. Unfairly fast, maybe even. Like, if 8 hours for the Fallout was fine, then these are not fine. These are not okay. Mind you, I got in there right in the first, it was like the first minute or two and added these to my cart and then let the thing sit there with me in line for, I think it took about 45 minutes or so before I could check out. And I was logged in beforehand, so it kind of sped up the process a little bit. And I got in and out, and obviously I didn't go crazy. But one thing I did notice is that the limits were too high. The limits were way too high. You have to lower the limits a little bit. You have to. So if you do not want scalpers taking all the product, which I don't think they do, and honestly, the Monty Python has generated a fair amount of hate out there, and I think for good reason. You have to lower the limits that people can buy. So that way, then you don't sell out as fast, or you have to do a better job researching how popular something is going to be so you can print enough for that demand if you're not going to do print to order. Okay? So they have some course correction to do right now on these. Right? Like at this very moment in time, right now, they got to course correct. What they did for Fallout was fine, but they clearly haven't quite done a good job since that in terms of having product available for a reasonable amount of time. Now, one can say, well, it's going to make them super collectible. You're right. I shouldn't even open these, but I'm going to. So, I just want to share my thoughts. I don't want to say I was wrong. I don't think that's quite the way I feel about it. I do want to say that they have to course correct now. And unfortunately, the Monty Python secret layers are the casualty of it all, which kind of sucks because that was really cool. That was really cool. I just got some non-foil ones because these are things I'm actually going to like put in decks and things. And then you had the brain dead ones, which I selected my own end by the packages because I didn't want everything they had available. I liked these, and more specifically, there's one secret layer I regret not buying. And it was like the Staples one of the Galaxy foil artwork and Galaxy foil treatments of like Soul Ring and Arcane State. Like those are awesome, and I've regretted ever since. And not even well before they even went up in price. Like I regretted not buying them, and now they're too damn expensive to buy. So unfortunately, I may never get that one. But as I had learned since, hey, these are in fact staples that you do in fact have in your commander decks. You might as well just get this. And it got me over the free shipping. Of course, it didn't get me the Bloomburrow packs, which I guess I didn't notice that. Oh well. Is there anything else in there? No? No. Okay. I did want to take a look at these, though. The Brain Dead stuff's going to be hit or miss. Artwork is subjective, not for everybody. These are weird. I kind of like them. Some of them are just an actual tattoo, like that one. See, like that looks really good. The coloration on the sides, that looks cool. Skull Clamp, classic. Soul Ring, classic. It's Staples, right? Thought Vessel, classic. Like these will all get run. Every single one of these. In fact, honestly, these might all end up in the same deck, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, these are all probably going to end up in the same deck. It's funny that the Thought Vessel with the black and green surroundings is very interesting. And Command Tower, because staple. What's this? Oh! Okay, look. Evolving Wilds is a little less stapley. Really? It looks cool. I'll give it that. It is foil. That's I didn't expect that since I bought non-foil layers. That's a little less stapley though, but that does look good. Honestly, I do have Evolving Wilds in some of my cheaper decks there. I try to keep the cost down. Evolving Wilds. I guess it is a staple in the budget decks. Yeah, I guess that's true. I have a couple budget decks, and I in fact have Evolving Wilds in there. I'm not going to put fetch lands in them because they're budget. So the creatures one, obviously Consecrated Sphinx. I love the artwork. I think this is great. I love the way the whole thing looks. I love the different fonts going on. It's cool. So this is something that for me, I'm going to play with this card. That's why non-foil. Chaotic Goo, as we know, that's first reprint and goes well in the coin flip deck, but otherwise I personally do not care about it. And then Kikijiki with some wild artwork. Meteor Golem. Okay. I enjoy that artwork. I don't play with Meteor Golem outside of one deck, so this might replace the one in that one deck. Wormcoil Engine. I enjoy the artwork here. That's great. Yeah, between this and the Sphinx, I was good. And another Evolving Wilds. Did they? I didn't check. I thought there were like two choices, or did I just strike out? Oh well. Okay, so now we get into the Monty Python ones, which realistically, they did some of the smartest things you could possibly do. For the most part, it looked like they made some great choices. And since you're using an IP, and I hate to put it this way, but like they didn't even have to put really expensive cards in these, we want them anyway. All they had to do was be kind of playable cards for the most part. Of course, except for Prodigal Sorcerer, but I mean, come on. You have Tim the Enchanter. Prodigal Sorcerer. Yeah, I guess he is pretty dark. They should have lightened that up a little bit, shouldn't they have? Oh, well. Bring out your dead. Buried live. Like, this is going in a deck. 'Tis but a scratch. Great. Dismember. It's going on a deck. Bird's Paradise, the African swallow, and I think this flips over. Yeah, the European swallow. Fantastic. That's an excellent Bird's Paradise. I am playing with that. 3 visits. I play with 3 visits a ton. So this is all like this isn't a value proposition of a secret layer. This is a multiple, frankly, good staple type cards just in awesome treatments, and I'll take that. And counterpulse. Goblin Bombardment. Love it. Once again, I play with Goblin Bombardments in multiple decks, so that's going to go in one of them. And then you have the Volume 2, which had less cards. But I guess that's because they put more value in this one. So the Door to Nothingness, the Bridge of Death. Really cool artwork. Obviously, Door to Nothingness, I don't care about it personally, but that is awesome. Ashnod's Altar. I love it. I love it. Dark Depths. And then, of course, then you got the token. Yeah, the Black Beast. Which this token's getting expensive right now. Oh, that's fun. What's this? The Killer Rabbits. Khazard-Drix. Oh, this is great. And that's it? Is that the secret card? Yeah, it's the secret card. That's right. All right. So that's going to do it with these layers. I just want to make sure I stated that at the front of the video. They screwed up with these. They really screwed. And frankly, they screwed up in a way that cost them money too. Don't forget that. They could have made way more money off these had they had a proper stock level of them. So like they actually they take a hit on that too. Not just the consumer. They do too, because they sold way less than they could have sold because they sold out and the demand was there to do more. So they also got negatively impacted by this. But yeah, it's going to make some of these treatments expensive, unfortunately. And that's that part. That's the hard part, right? So somebody out there is going to be like, missed it, and is just a Monty Python giant fangirl. And they're going to look at the prices of some of these cards and be like, God damn it. Just like I do with the Galaxy Foil Secret Lair. So it's kind of the same boat. And now, mind you, the Galaxy Foil Secret Lair, that's on me. That was print to demand. That wasn't a limited time offering. That was just me. So that's my own fault. This wasn't everybody's fault because of the speed that it sold out. I did say on the Fallout one that if you couldn't get on in 8 hours, that's on you, and I still firmly believe that. But what did this sell out in? I've heard various reports, but just based off my Discord, it seemed like it sold out in about 2 hours. Now, 2 hours? That's not a lot of time. Especially right at the start of a workday to the middle of a workday. That's not a lot of time. So 2 hours, I can fully get behind the ouch. That kind of hurts. If you struck out on these and you wanted them, I'm sorry. Sorry that happened to you. Obviously, I can't change it for you. I do not work for Wizards in any way, shape, or form. I wish they planned it better. I wish they made enough for people. Honestly, with the popularity of Monty Python, I kind of wish they did these printed to demand. But at the same time, you're trying to bring more collectability back into the game too. It's a very tricky subject matter there. If you print too much, there's no value in it. If you print not enough, people get mad, but there's value in it. And then you have to try to find the sweet spot. I felt like in the Fallout Secret Layers, they found the sweet spot for those. They didn't really find the sweet spot for some of these other ones coming out, and especially not for Monty Python. Thanks all. Bye.